Teutons civilization. Strengths. The Teutons have strong infantry thanks to a +1/+2 melee armor bonus in the Castle/Imperial Age, respectively. The Teutonic unique unit, the Teutonic Knight, is the strongest infantry unit in the game in terms of raw melee statistics. It has a high attack and is almost invulnerable in melee combat due to its high melee armor and hit points. Their knights are similarly mighty, especially with Paladin and a team bonus that aids them against monks. The Teutons can produce all siege weapons except the siege ram, and have Ironclad, giving them better melee survivability. They also have a potent defense, as they can garrison more units in towers and town centers, giving them a greater ability to protect their villagers from raiding, aided further with free murder holes and herbal medicine. Defensively, the Teutons also have some of the strongest castles in game thanks to their unique Crenellations technology, boosting their range to a max of 13 and adding arrows with garrisoned infantry, which protect castles against rams. This allows Teuton castles to match all non-Turkish bombard cannons and cannon galleons, leaving them vulnerable to only the trebuchet and elite cannon galleon. The Teutons also have great monks with all technologies and extra healing range. The Teutonic economy is also strong. They get a 40% cost reduction to their farms, saving them an enormous amount of wood during the mid-game, which can be used to create more farms or town centers. Additionally, they can research all economic technologies except for gold shaft mining. Combined with their strong units, the Teutons are one of the best civilizations on maps like Arena. Weaknesses. In contrast to their powerful infantry, their archers and cavalry have shortcomings. They cannot research bracer or thumb ring, or train the arbalester or heavy cavalry archer, which makes their archery very bad apart from their fully upgraded hand cannoners. Their knights are slower than the cavalry of most other civilizations since they do not have husbandry. They are also the only non-American civilization that is unable to train light cavalry. They also lack other options at the stable, hence are funneled into the knight line, which is decent but not sustainable without trade. These factors, combined with their emphasis on slower units viz infantry and siege units, mean the Teutons have some of the least mobile armies of any civilization. Teutons also tend to struggle badly when gold runs out because their trash unit lines are among the weakest. This, combined with the lack of husbandry, makes raiding in the late game difficult to execute. Teutonic Knights, Siege Onagers, and Paladins are the main part of the Teutonic army and are powerful, but these are expensive, so the Teutons might face difficulty in the late game when resources are short. Civilizations with cost-effective units can deal great damage to Teutons in such times, so the Teuton player should try to stay fortified. In addition, their elite skirmishers also lack the final attack upgrade, making them weaker in battle against other trash-ranged units. Their navy is weak due to a lack of shipwright, dry dock, and bracer. While their mid-game and late-game economy is powerful, their early game is very slow, and can get them in a sticky situation with faster civilizations. Strategy. Teutons are capable of a slow but powerful boom. Their infantry rush is mediocre with no Dark/Feudal Age bonuses, but infantry upgrades will scale well into the late game. Their tower rush is great, as their towers enjoy more garrison capacity and get free murder holes, though it still suffers from the same problems as normal tower rushes. They also have a powerful knight rush, despite the lack of husbandry, due to their civilization's team bonus of conversion resistance, as monks are the ideal counter to knight rushes, and extra melee armor. Although lacking early game economy bonuses, the Teutons have an excellent mid-game boom due to their cheap farms. This is especially important during the late feudal or early castle age when natural food sources run out, but wood remains a premium. Combined with their civilization's defensive advantages, this makes the Teutons particularly good at fast castling. Offensively in the Castle and Imperial Age, the Teutons should use their powerful infantry, cavalry, and siege options. Halberdiers are great against cavalry, siege onagers can take care of infantry and archers, and bombard cannons are good against siege. Paladins and monks are great support options, and Teutonic Knights are great against melee units, though not necessary. In team games, Teutons should take the pocket position, where they can boom up to their strong units. In maps with water, Teutons do not have many advantages over other civilizations, but their tower bonus gives them a slight edge on defending the shoreline, so they must try to keep dry. As all civilizations, except the Goths, receive the new infantry technology supplies. Considering that the Teutons are an infantry-oriented civilization, they can now amass their militia line infantry more easily. They now also have herbal medicine and for free, allowing units garrisoned in a building to heal faster, which combines usefully with their other garrison bonuses, extra space in the town center and towers, and the Crenellations technology. Watchtower base HP is reduced to 700 in the Dark Age. In the Castle Age, they still have 1200 base HP. Despite this, Teutons can still perform a tower rush, but is harder to make it work. Since update 35584, their farms are 40% cheaper instead of 33% as previously, and the militia and spearmen lines gain +1 melee armor since the Castle Age. This improves the Teutonic boom while also making their non-unique infantry less generic. With update 36906, the melee armor bonus now grants an additional +1 in the Imperial Age, for +2 total, and applies to stable units. This makes their melee units much more resistant in pitched battles. Their halberdiers can survive one more hit from paladins, their champions can now better fight off other infantry units, and their paladins get the same resistance as Frankish paladins against halberdiers, taking one more hit before they die. The Teutonic Knight's speed also gets improved to 0.8, allowing them to reach their targets more easily. Alliances. The Teutons' conversion resistance team bonus is valuable whenever the enemy team is making monks and the player's team is going for expensive units such as knights, elephants, and ranged siege weapons. The Teutons are at their best in a pocket position in team games, as this allows them to take full advantage of their knights and economy while mitigating their slow start. As the Teutons have a slow start, slow unit mobility, and poor archers, an ideal ally should help alleviate these problems. Armenians, Teuton infantry benefit from the extra sight from the Armenian team bonus, allowing them to escape better from unfavorable matches. Bengalis, they grant Teutonic trade units food income. In return, their elephant corps will be least likely to be converted, as the Teuton team bonus stacks with the Bengali conversion resistance bonus for their elephants. Berbers, the great Teuton castles will appreciate Kasbah. The Berber army also has the mobility the Teutonic army lacks. Britons, the long-ranged archers of the Britons can cover the Teutons' lack of good archers. Also, the Briton team bonus will favor the usage of hand cannoners. Bulgarians, they grant better work rate for the blacksmith, allowing the Teuton infantry, especially their Teutonic Knight, to become fully armored faster. Bulgarian cavaliers and Knights will appreciate the extra conversion resistance. The Bulgarians may also help to improve defenses for the team with their crayposts. Burgundians, they provide a trickle of food from relics and, in exchange, the conversion resistance Teutons provide is particularly helpful for their cavalry contingents as they lack heresy. Burmese, the Burmese will allow both players to snatch relics fast, as they will know their locations. The Teutonic team bonus will protect the Burmese battle elephants from being converted. Byzantines, monks will heal faster with their team bonus, which makes an excellent complement for the Teutonic monks that have already a better healing range. Celts, the Celtic team bonus will allow the Teuton player to spam their better armored siege units faster from their siege workshop. The Teutonic team bonus will aid Celtic onagers against monks, and Celtic infantry move faster than Teutonic infantry, so they can be used in cases where the team needs to raid with infantry, so the Teutons can specialize in hand cannoners and paladins. Chinese, their farm bonus makes the cheaper Teutonic farms even more wood efficient. Additionally, the Chinese have great archer options and the Teutons can help the Chinese against siege. Cumans, their faster cavalry can cover the lack of mobility of the Teutonic army. The Teutons may also appreciate hardier palisades and elite Kipchuks from Cuman mercenaries. Franks, the extra line of sight will benefit the better armored paladin of the Teutons. The Teutonic conversion resistance bonus will aid the Frankish paladins. Georgians, the cheaper repairing team bonus makes a perfect synergy with the great Teutonic defenses. Goths, their team bonus helps the Teutons create their infantry faster. Huns, their team bonus helps the Teutons create their cavalry faster. Italians, the Teutons will get condottieri with better armor, and this unit will offer a response against hand cannoners. Mare, they grant a range boost for Teutonic heavy scorpions, which have more armor due to Ironclad. Koreans, the Mang'ono line has reduced minimum range, so that they're even better protected against melee assaults. The conversion resistance is useful for the Koreans due to their lack of heresy and good scout cavalry. Lastly, Koreans have the archer options to properly supplement the Teutons knights. Lithuanians, they grant an efficiency boost to Teutonic monasteries, making them produce long-range healing monks in shorter time. However, since both civilizations focus on cavalry and monks, they do not synergize well. Malians, the Teutons have an almost complete university technology tree, so they can make good use of the Malian team bonus. The Malians may also cover the slow movement of the Teutonic army, as they have good cavalry, and their cavaliers may appreciate the extra conversion resistance. Mayans, the Mayan team bonus may aid the team to improve their defenses by walling cheaper. Also, the Mayans can cover up the Teutons' lack of good archers. Mayan plumed archers and eagle warriors also have mobility that the Teutonic armies lack. Persians, their team bonus helps the Teutons' slower knights pick off enemy archers better. The extra conversion resistance is useful for the Persians with their lack of heresy. Romans, they grant a reduced minimum range to scorpions. The extra conversion resistance from the Teutonic team bonus will favor centurions and cavaliers. Sicilians, the Teutonic team bonus stacks with the effect of First Crusade, making Sicilian units almost completely immune to conversions. The Sicilians are a good ally on naval maps due to their transport ship team bonus. Slavs, the extra housing from military buildings lets the Teutons increase their population faster and cheaper. Boyars may appreciate the extra conversion resistance. However, the civilizations play very similarly, so they not always make a good pairing playing on 3 vs 3 or 4 vs 4. Turks, the Teutons have access to gunpowder, only lacking the elite bombard galleon, so the Turkic bonus is quite handy in the late game. The Turks will also appreciate extra conversion resistance for their own gunpowder units, which are usually expensive. Advantages vs other civilizations. The Teutonic Knight can defeat almost every other melee unit in the game. Even the infantry of prominent infantry civilizations and cavalry civilizations will have trouble against them. The Teutons have all technologies for their champions and halberdiers, and +1/+2 melee armor in the castle/Imperial Age. Their knight line is similarly affected. Teutonic halberdiers can survive longer against cavalry attacks, which puts them at an advantage against cavalry civilizations. They have many defensive bonuses, including more garrison space for towers and town centers, better healing range for monks, free murder holes and herbal medicine, and crenellations. As their units have more conversion resistance, enemy monks will have a tough time against Teutons. The conversion resistance also gives Teuton monks an advantage when attempting to convert enemy monks that also possess atonement. The Teutons' teammates also benefit from this bonus. Thanks to the Ironclad technology, the Teutons' siege have an edge against enemy melee units, notably cavalry like the Hussar, as they can survive longer if they get attacked. As they have all monastery technologies, and their monks have better healing range, monks are a very useful option for the Teutons. The Teutonic economy starting in the mid-game is one of the best in the game with their discounted farms. Disadvantages vs other civilizations. The Teutonic Knight has several drawbacks. They move slowly, which means that they struggle to engage enemies, and when combined with their slow speed means they die to most ranged units. Aside from hand cannoners, Teutons have very poor archers, due to missing bracer, arbalester, and ring archer armor. The lack of bracer means that their keeps and bombard towers have less range, which also means that they have a dampened ability to control space on the map. The lack of light cavalry means they do not have a dependable late-game raiding option, apart from the paladin, which is more expensive, and can struggle against mass enemy monks, though their team bonus helps them in this regard. Their early game is one of the slowest in the game, which leaves them vulnerable to early pressure, especially on open maps. Being the only non-Native American civilization that lacks light cavalry puts Teutons at disadvantage in trash wars, especially against civilizations with good skirmishers or good halberdiers. This is compounded with the high gold cost of their best units, paladins, siege onagers, monks, and bombard cannons. This also puts Teutons cavalry at a disadvantage in general, thanks partially to the lack of husbandry, even with the increased melee armor, due to them becoming highly reliant on paladins in that regard, while also lacking a good counter to enemy siege engines apart from bombard cannons. The Teutons struggle the most against mounted archers until they get either the paladin or siege onager upgrade, as standard mounted archers with husbandry can hit and run all of the Teutons units except the weak scout cavalry. Among other units, the Mangyude gives the hardest time to the Teutons, as it counters siege weapons too. Situational advantages. Their town centers have more garrison space, which could be an advantage in nomad maps if they luckily enough placed their initial town center near the town center of an opponent, as they can garrison more villagers and destroy the opponent very early in the match. This advantage is also useful in sudden death mode, as players are limited to only one town center and the objective is to destroy that, so the Teuton town center is better defended. The same applies for the Budapest map, as every player starts with 2 town centers. Their many defensive bonuses are very helpful in Defend the Wonder and King of the Hill game modes. Their conversion resistance bonus, as well as having an almost complete monastery tech tree, gives Teutons an advantage in Capture the Relic game mode, despite the fact they lack the light cavalry upgrade to defend the relic in the center of the map. Having access to a multitude of powerful options, Teutons are well suited for post-imperial matches. This is especially true in death match, as scarcity of gold and stone is not an issue. Thank you for watching the video. Please give me a like or follow me so I have the motivation to create more new videos. Chanel Jahamvwi thanks you very much.